This is Jim here, Columbia County 4th of July celebration, exercising my First and Second Amendment right. Obviously, out of security concerns, people who don't really understand what the 4th of July is about, that our independence began when the government came to confiscate firearms. And so some people are worried that I'm walking around with a gun lawfully. I do want to point out that I don't have a problem with Columbia County. They're just concerned and doing their right thing. You'll see two officers behind me right here. Again, I have nothing against these officers. Again, they're doing their job, and I respect that. However, I do want to point out that the people that are concerned about that are, again, they are the threats to America. They're a bigger threat to America because why? They don't understand what they're celebrating. The first revolution was started on April 19th, 1775. It went hot on the bridge of Concord, Lexington. What happened that day was the government was coming to confiscate firearms that day. The farmers and the peasants said not no, but hell no. And consequently, the shot heard around the world was fired. Firearms don't have enough emphasis. However, what we're seeing in the media and what you hear in the schools and colleges are the fact that our independence, the revolution began over taxation without representation, which was happening at the time. However, that's not what triggered the War of Independence. What triggered the War of Independence, the tripwire, was the right to keep and bear arms, our inalienable right to protect ourselves. And consequently, these officers are following me around. Obviously, I haven't done anything wrong because I'm not being arrested as well. And I will continue to open carry anywhere and everywhere. As everybody knows from my podcast, freedomfighterradio.net, that there have been people that have expressed undesirable things about me. So again, I do want to point out this is Jim, 4th of July in Columbia County. And we got all kind of people looking here, and I am in an open area, public area. So for anybody that sees this video that wants to complain that they appear on my YouTube video, my YouTube channel, all I can say is F you. F you if you don't like being on the video. Why? Because this isn't a public area. Okay, there is no expectation of privacy. Okay? So, again, you'll see there's people behind me that have been concerned about it. Just waiting in line here to get something to eat. So here's what's really interesting too. While the people are concerned about me, a lawful gun owner, no criminal record carrying a gun, I've now tied up two police officers. Now tied up two police officers that are concentrating their efforts on me committing a lawful exercise of my freedom. When these two officers now are not able to potentially catch a real substantial threat to this area. So imagine, if we will, if maybe in the future, if 100 of us came to this park, maybe next year, if we had 100 gun owners open carrying in Columbia County, imagine the amount of officers that would be tied up, worried about law-abiding citizens rather than the jihadi terrorists that are coming to bring harm to this country. So again, maybe next year we can get 10 or 20 people out here open carrying, and that would tie, if it was two officers for every person, we can lawfully do that. So I'm going to post this video on YouTube right now for everybody to see. You see these officers right here.
Can we take a selfie?
Hey, let me ask her. I'm just going to post it on YouTube, freedomfighterradio.com. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Obviously, I wouldn't be stupid. So think about this. I have respect for these officers. They are doing their job, and I love our sheriff. Clay Whittle, great sheriff, right? But because the people are concerned about me carrying a gun, now there's 2 officers concentrating their efforts on me, which means it's now a slightly easier for a real threat to get in.
No, because they have plenty of cops here.
Why no? But you know what I'm saying? 2 officers. Well, why no? There's plenty of cops. But look, 2 officers. So what if we had 50 people like me come in here?
But you're drawing attention to yourself.
But you know what the war? You know
You're
what
drawing attention to yourself.
Are you aware what the war? Are you aware what the 4th of July, what triggered the first revolution? Out of respect, I'm not trying to insult you, but you know what started the first American Revolution?
What's that?
It wasn't Texas. It was on April 19th when the government was coming to confiscate.
But guess what causes hate and craziness is what is written on your shirt.
What, Obama's a traitor?
Yeah, we might not all agree on who's president, but we don't wear it and then come out and play.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Patrick Henry said, should I hold back my feelings out of fear of giving offense?
No, but stay home. Stay home.
No, we should have public dissent. Dissent is patriotic. Dissent is patriotic, and Obama has betrayed our nation. You can look at Benghazi, the recent document.
I agree with Benghazi.
Okay, the recent documents, they're discussing on why to falsely blame the attack on a video which was later proven wrong, which, by the way,
But you just put people in a
do you
uncomfortable
realize,
position.
you know the Benghazi video? I'm one of the top 3 people that was involved in that video, by the way. Terry Jones and a producer in California. I was the ones that helped promote and get that video out there, okay? So the fact that they tried to blame a video on Benghazi, I think is outrageous. I think the president he hasn't supported our troops. He's downgraded our military.
So we'll get somebody else in office that will support our troops.
And here's the thing. We got 60,000 plus homeless vets in this country.
I agree. Hey, my dad's
No,
vet.
look, I'm a former police officer myself, okay? But here's the deal. When we spend more money on refugees than the homeless vets, you know, the money we spend on refugees in 6 months can more than take.
When you show up with a selfie stick and 2 guns on your legs and you're
2 guns? No, that's not a gun. That's one.
Whatever. Show up with a selfie stick, you look like a clown. Like, that's just silly. Like, you're just
Really?
drawing attention to yourself. Yes. And you're blue.
You know one reason? You know one reason?
And I support it. Absolutely.
Well, you know what?
You make people feel uncomfortable.
If we don't, well, you know what I'm uncomfortable about? I'm uncomfortable that people feel uncomfortable about guns because the demonization of gun owners, calling the NRA terrorists. Let me ask you, when's the last time?
I have a concealed weapon
Okay,
permit myself.
and I'm a member of the NRA. Tell me, when is the last time a member of the NRA had done a mass shooting? I'll tell you what.
I'm not getting all that now.
Well, no, it's a documented
I'm
fact.
not getting all that now.
Well, what? You're afraid?
You can't help crazy.
Huh?
You can't fix crazy.
Is it always on there?
It's always on there. Perfect example.
It's forever on?
Okay, well, then you're a terrorist sympathizer. Go ahead.
It's always on now.
I'm sure if you take it back, she'll replace it.